We are here on Pure Country with our iHeartRadio Future Star Evan Burrison. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good. I gotta be honest, your song is stuck in my head all the time. Like, not just saying that, it is so catchy.
Well, thank you.
Southside is sober. Like, as soon as I hear it, then for the rest of the day, I'm like, like all day.
That's the goal. That's that's what we're trying to do.
So how has it been for you? Like, have you jumped in the car and just like, it's just happened that it's come on and you weren't expecting it?
Yeah, I mean, it's in my area. It's tricky to catch all of the bell stations.
Yeah.
And
we need to get one
yeah,
closer.
come on, Niagara.
Are you still in Crystal Beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, but it's been nice when we're making our trips out here to flip it on and catch it.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on right now?
I know. It's on a lot. I play it a lot
Let's
on
go.
Pure Country, which is cool. So did you write it with Troy Cartwright or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Troy Cartwright.
Yeah. So essentially that song came out of a songwriting trip down to Nashville.
Cool.
So it was on a 10-day trip.
Wow.
And trying to clear my head. And,
just you and Troy? I think it's just the two of you on that one?
The two of us wrote that, yeah. So, but my manager and I went down to Nashville, booked the trip, and then Troy just so happened to be the first writing session that I had in town.
Okay.
And so so that was and Troy runs the songwriting podcast,
I know,
10-Year
10-Year Town. I love it. So
and
good.
so that was kind of that was our first touch point where it was like, okay, as if we can write a song with Troy, at least we're in the right realm.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that was the first session we had, and that was the song that you're hearing.
You're like,
on radio
we're good.
now.
Let's go home. We
Yep,
got
great.
it.
We got the one. Let's head back home.
Did you spend was it 10 days you spent writing the whole time?
Yep. So I would get dropped off at a session. My manager would go and take a meeting with somebody, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
And we go and I write the song. He takes the meeting and then go back to the B&B.
Nice.
And produce it up on the demo rig.
Nice. So anything else that has come out of that trip that you haven't released yet? Or?
Yeah. So initially I went down for 10 days.
Yeah.
At the end of 2024, and then I kind of got a taste for it. And once you go down to Nashville, you have too good of a time.
You get the bug.
Yeah. And so then I was like, cool. I gotta start hanging out with these people a little bit more. And so I went down for January, February, March of the beginning of last year. And so a lot came through that. So I'm sitting on like 40 songs that I've written.
Nice. You're ready.
Yep. And so just been demoing and then testing, got to post the clips, got to see what people are gravitating towards. And
I got to ask about the clip you posted, Southside is Sober. You're in like a little ravine or river, like waiting. How long did you stand in that water to film that? Was it like one shot and done, or were you in there for a long time? Because I've helped artists film social media clips. I'm like, he must have been standing in water for a while.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Of course, you find yourself in some interesting scenarios doing the vids. But I was definitely in the hip waders for about an hour.
Yeah. I was like, that looks like fun. Has there been like one that you've tried to do that you thought was going to be a cool social media video, and then you're like, this didn't pan out?
We initially on that day, there was a dock that we shot on.
Okay.
And the dock has a motor on it, like a little 4.4.
Oh, so you can just kind of floating dock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can either sit on it or you could kind of use it as like a little mini boat kind of thing. And so the initial idea was it was gonna be like this majestic.
Your hair blowing in the wind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and it was gonna be that whole thing. We couldn't get the motor to go.
Oh.
So
you were just sadly floating in the water.
We had to push it. That's why the hip waders run initially.
Okay.
We had to push the dock out.
And then you're like, I'll just stand here.
I'm already in them. We might as well do something with it. So that's how that came together.
So grew up in Crystal Beach. Yep. When was music kind of like introduced in your life? Was it early on?
Yeah, kind of from the get-go.
Okay.
My dad had a drum kit in the house, and he played.
That's a risky move to have in the house with kids.
Extremely. I don't know what, because my parents are pretty quiet folks.
Okay.
So it's hilarious that was the reality of the scenario. And so my dad taught my brother and I how to play.
Nice.
And once I kind of learned how to play the drums, that was more or less the beginning of the end, because I was like, cool, let's learn the guitar. The guitar is way cooler than the drums. And then you can, plug it in, turn it up, and then cool, let's learn the banjo, let's learn the mandolin, let's pick up the ukulele, let's see.
So you can play all of these things.
A little bit of everything.
Wow. Self-taught.
YouTube.
Wow. Okay. all the people who grew up before YouTube having to teach themselves, they're like, you're so lucky.
Yeah, exactly. What would we do without it? Truly.
Yeah.
But so that was more or less the beginning of it, just kind of picking up the instrument side of things. And from there, it was like, well, how can I take all of these different skills or all these different instruments and kind of put it into one idea or one thing? And that's where I kind of found the love for recording music and being on the kind of like the back end.
Like the production side?
Correct.
Okay,
yep.
cool.
And so when I got into grade 9, when I got into high school, my parents helped me buy my first computer and got a Mac, got a little setup,
Nice.
made some demos, and then from there it was like recording anybody that I could find, kind of thing. Yep.
Not yourself.
Not initially.
No. Okay.
And then out of necessity, that's kind of what it turned into, and here we are.
You're like, if I don't have anyone else to sing it, I guess I'll just do it myself.
More or less.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did it start? Like, when did it happen that you were like, "Huh, this could be something I could do"? Were you just playing shows in college, or?
Well, it was more or less like throughout high school, I started doing the production more, and I was like, this is kind of the only way that I'm going to be able to do music.
Right.
Like, I'm from Fort Erie. there is not much happening in terms of shows or events or anything like that. And so for me, it was like, cool, at least I can put my resources on the production end. I'll stay behind the scenes. I can try to get some cuts or try to produce somebody, and then that'll be the way that I can kind of figure this out.
Right.
And then time and time again, it always ended up being, at the end of the day, it's like, well, it sounds like I'll just sing the song, or I'll be the guy, or that kind of a thing. So.
All right. What would high school, like, you think of the fact that you're opening on a festival with Brooks and Dunn?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to me. I'll be honest. And it's awesome that we have such great bands are now coming to Niagara, because there hasn't been, at least historically, a ton of at least as of late, there hasn't been a ton of people coming out to that area.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see like John Party and Brooks and Dunn and Dustin Lynch all coming to town. Like, it's going to be an awesome time.
Who are you most excited to get to like watch as a fan?
Probably John Party.
Yeah.
That'll be really sick.
His show is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Yeah. And even on the back end, like I really enjoy like seeing a lot of like how the songwriters make it happen. And there's a lot of guys that I like as a songwriter that write for John. So it'll be cool to see all those. Who's
like your bucket list songwriter room that you would love to get into?
That is a great question. I think if I could write, is the song for me or is it for them?
It's for you.
If I could write, you got to do Ashley Gorley.
Yeah, I mean, he's like one of the best songwriters in the world.
Ashley, I'll do Ashley and Troy. I got the vibe with Troy.
Yeah, I feel like it works.
Yeah, and it could, the bros could figure it out. We can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley Gorley has a pretty good track record.
I would say
so. Like 40 something number one songs. So definitely, but you have to like manifest these things.
Exactly. If you put it out there, it might just make its way back.
Who has been someone that you've crossed paths with that has kind of been like a pinch me moment so far that you've maybe met or?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When I met Troy, I was extremely nervous.
Had you been listening to the podcast?
Oh, he's like my Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I could hear his voice coming from down the hall, and I was like, I've heard this guy's voice for like 100 hours.
Yeah.
And actually a funny story about that. I'm sitting up in the writer's room. He walks in and I can hear him down the hall, and he's having like a 15-20 minute conversation with somebody. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm sitting there. He walks in and he's like, man, I am so sorry. I'm like, no, you're all good. But I was like physically sweating up there. and he's like, man, I walked in and there's like this guy with long hair. And I start telling him like, man, I really like your songs. Like I think like your music's like awesome. And he's like, and then I realized it wasn't you. And I was like, oh, well, he's like, so your songs are great. And I was like, hey, I appreciate that.
That's awesome. You're like still sweating.
Yep, still sweating.
Still sweating.
Yeah.
I know his podcast is amazing though. Cause
awesome.
I think songwriting is something that as a fan, some fans don't realize like how important that is.
It's huge.
And I think even as some artists too, when you're first getting into it, you don't realize like how important songwriting is to finding your sound or what you want to say. And so the fact that you kind of did that early is really cool.
Yeah. And I think it's important, like if somebody's kind of subscribing to what you have to say or what you're singing, it might as well come from you as well. Yeah. Right. And kind of keeping that true to yourself and your area and try to make it work that way is a lot cooler.
We'll do like a quick 5 questions to get to know you. So first one would be, if you are forced at a party or a family gathering to grab the guitar and play a song, what's the first one you're going with?
Luke Combs. What's the song?
There's a lot.
What's the
Hurricane
one?
Or
it is come on. When it rains, it pours.
Okay.
Why did that take so long to come?
That's okay.
That would be the one for sure. Yeah, that's the karaoke song.
That's the karaoke one?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully remember the words next time when you grab your guitar.
Remember the title.
Yeah, gotta remember the title. Who was the first artist that you fell in love with?
And the first artist would have been Keith Urban.
Keith Urban,
for
okay.
Sure. And it's cool to see that he's got like such a long career. Like he's obviously he came from like Australia.
Yeah.
And so it's really awesome to see like how how much longevity he's had over the years. Like, I don't know if it's just staying current or if it's the types of songs that he's writing, but definitely somebody to look up to. For
yeah,
sure.
I think he kind of like changes his vibe up sometimes, and
I guess you can just do that.
Yeah,
so
when you're
like,
Keith, you're like, yeah, why not? Do
Yeah.
what I want. He's doing like a yacht rock cover album is his next project.
Oh, nice.
So like when I say you could just Keith, just do what
Hey,
you want.
it's
You do you.
he's just getting prepped up for the summer.
Yeah. If you could write a song for any TV show, what TV show would
Actually,
it be?
I have.
Really?
Yeah, I got 2 songs with Property Brothers, HGTV.
What?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I did a project for them at the beginning of last year. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I had to write a couple songs for their. They have a new country living show.
Yeah. Did they come and like give your house a
remodel?
fixer-up?
Yeah. Please.
Was that your payment of like that's so cool?
that
Have you met them?
No.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool to get it onto
Yeah.
the show, but the boys weren't knocking down my door.
Okay.
But
So what if you could like pick a show though that you're watching maybe right now that you're like, I could write a song for this?
yeah, I mean, if it was still going, I would write one for The Office for sure.
That was so cool. I would love to. You know what? You should do that just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. If you could pick someone to play you in a movie, who would you want the actor to be?
I've gotten who's that fella from Yellowstone?
Luke Grimes?
Luke Grimes. I've got people like, hey, you look like that guy from Yellowstone, and then he started making country music. I was
Yeah.
like, well, he beat me to the punch. So
Yeah. Well, now you can start acting, and then you'll both maybe meet cross
Exactly.
paths at some point.
yeah.
Okay. And who's like your dream duet if you could have anyone feature on a song with you?
Right now, I'm thinking, because I had a session with him, writing wise. If I could play a song live with him, Brad Rempel, that'd be awesome.
Cool. High Valley.
Yeah, put that one out there. Let that one come back.
Yeah. I mean, listening to like Southside Sober, there's a vibe there that I feel like could match.
Yeah, we can
But
get a little
Brad's
stomp.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll get a
Stomp
little
gra-
stomp clap going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See that? I feel like we could manifest that into the world, and who knows? By the end of 2026,
There we
it
go.
could happen.
Exactly.
Maybe you should get on tour with them.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay, well, so nice to meet you. Congrats. And I always love, like, there's been a lot of iHeartRadio Future Stars that we've had come through that you see where they're at now. And it's really, really cool to see, like, where they started out.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to talk to you in a year from now and see what's going on.
You got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Evan Burrison on Pure Country.